Okay, hey YouTube, how y'all doing? It's me, Certified, back again. I want to add this third installment to my B.A.M series here. And like I said in the last one, I'm talking about the three classes of women. Now, really, what I'm saying is three classes of women. I'm saying, like, it's really on three classes of people, really, man or woman. But because we're talking about women and guys are trying to become a certain kind of way to get women, well, then I'm gonna objectify it that way, but the whole thing of it is this right here too. I'm gonna show how both men and women come from these categories and how that works in being an alpha male and the dating game and such. Okay. Now, before we really get into that, I want to tell you about this right here. You know, I've been watching a couple videos here on YouTube and such. Oh, I'm picking my face. I hate when I do that. But there's some guys here that claim to be teaching people to be pimps and players and such as as that. Now, I would hope that nobody would ever misconstrue my way of telling people things to be anything of that nature, because I could tell all of you right this. There's really no such thing as that. There's really no such thing as an alpha male. Pimps, players, and all that, they get women to do certain things because they meet women that have certain mental defects and things like that. They grew up a certain kind of way. I mean, I've been around all that, so I kind of know some of that too. But let's jump back into what we was doing. Now, here's the thing about these classes of people. I'm gonna put it out there as classes of people first, because if I say classes of women, then people get upset. So I'm gonna say classes of people. You only really got three classes of people in life. You got your winners, you got your losers, and then you got the people that, well, they don't know which one they are or not. So if you really sat down and start looking around yourself and start looking at the people that you're around, and you're gonna see that those three classes really exist. Either somebody doing something, they ain't doing shit, or they just spinning their wheels trying to figure out if they gonna do something or they ain't gonna do shit. That's layman's terms for some of y'all. I just break it down kind of, you know, we all talking here, we all peoples. But when it comes down to the whole dating game thing, it's the same way. You got a class of woman that's a low class woman. You got a class of woman that's a kind of a middle class woman. And you got a class woman that's a high class woman. And you got males in the same three categories. A low class male, a middle class type male, a upper class type male, high class male. So I call them back. But the whole thing of it is this right here. You see, men usually tend to date, if a man is a high class man or an alpha male, I put that as alpha male. You know, if to maybe to a female point of view, that's an alpha male, high class, one that a lot of women would want. Let's just put it that way. If a man is in this class right here, he might deal with low class women, because when it comes to women, financial stuff means a lot. Stability, being able to show. When I say financial, women think you taking that as, well, she's a gold digger. No, I'm just saying, women like stability. Money equals stability, so that play kind of really high on their list. So see, it makes sense that males, if you got it all, and you go to it, because for us as guys, it's really more about looks and stuff. For women, you ain't worried about what they got. You just worried about how they look. So guys kind of might deal in that middle class or lower class thing. Women, on the other hand, is always trying to go up. Where guys might date down, women is most likely trying to go up. I know there's a lot of hysteria and stuff out there these days about how women are and how they act and what they do and dating these. But eventually they come around and be like, you know what, I was kind of dumb. Or they just keep living the life they're living for the rest of their life. But you gotta look at it like this right here. Like I keep saying in these videos, women know what it is. They know what it is. So the women that choose that life, well, that's what they want in the first place. The ones that may have made a mistake, well, they're gonna realize that mistake sooner or later. But the whole thing of it is see, you still gotta position yourself as the alpha male before, you know what I'm saying, people start either making their minds up and stuff like that too. Which really would put a lot of guys in good position. Because when women do come around and realize that they was a dumbass a long time ago, they're gonna be looking for somebody with stability and stuff like that. You know, and you might not even really have it. See, that's one thing I was saying about the whole pimp stuff like that too. They might not have stability, but they portray that. I said portray that. Like I said in the last one, in the last session, when I was talking about the guys that people think that women are attracted to, they just don't really have a care about life and they're cooling. That gives women the impression that they're in control of things. So you see, it's not really a hard thing to adopt. If you got the feeling inside of yourself that you're in control of things, then women probably would think it's okay for you to be in control of them. Because really, the whole thing of it is that really, when they submitting themselves to you, they kind of putting you in control. So, you know, give off that air that you can control things, that you a good person. That, you know, now don't get overdo it. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. That's what happens when some people overdo it. But you gotta learn how to keep and stay inside some of your boundaries and such. But let me get back to explain these classes of women. You got a low class woman, a middle class woman, a high class woman. And you have to deal with all these women in different kinds of ways. Just because a person comes from a certain class doesn't mean that they're all automatically you should disqualify them and treat them a certain kind of way. Because somebody might come from certain financial backgrounds, but they might not, you know, think that kind of way that people think they think. I met some people that came from rich backgrounds, and there were some trashy women. They were pathetic, and they were worse than some of the ghetto hoes they talked about. And I met someone from the ghetto that had no money, but they was better than them. So you got to think about that kind of stuff when you're dealing with this class thing. But if you meet a woman, she start classifying as low class, and you already know what low class is, guys. Come on. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Bunch of baby daddies, bunch of drama, all that kind of stuff right there. You know, I say bunch of baby daddies, I mean bunch of baby daddies in no direction. And it don't look like nothing's about to change. You might not want to deal with that. I'm just saying, that's common sense. You might not want to deal with that. Then number two, you got your middle class type of woman. All right. If somebody start showing signs of that low class stuff, man, you know, y'all know what it is. I'm gonna say it like I talk about with women. Y'all know what it is. Somebody starts showing you a bunch of low class principles, you need to be getting on up out of there. So that's that first class. We ain't even finna worry about that low class because really, to tell the truth, instead of outside of humping and dumping, you shouldn't be even concerned with no low class chick. That ain't got nothing going for herself. Let's get back to talking about these other two that's really gonna matter. And then you got your middle class type chicks. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's somebody that can help you out. They got a job, you know, y'all get together and work together on things, you know, and build something together. That's the type of people that you need to, you know, kind of start dealing with also. But if they start to exhibit them low class tendencies, well, they asses need to be let go too. At any class, if somebody starts exhibiting low class tendencies, they need to either get talked to or go ahead and cut off. Because thing about being a alpha male is you holding yourself to such high standards for women that they should be able to hold themselves to high standards for you. So see, if you gonna go out there and be the best that you can be, and be the biggest and the baddest, you know what I'm saying, the guy in the hood or the neighborhood that all the ladies or all the hoes want, then they got to be able to go ahead and put something out there for you. See, that's the real main lesson of this, guys. And the whole end of it, that's what's going to be the whole real main lesson. Make them put something out there for you. Make them show you something. But we're going to get into that later. You got your high class females. Got a lot of money. Probably more than you. You know, you ain't got to be intimidated by it, but you ain't got to let them run over you either. Because the thing about money is, you know, even guys do this to women. I'm going to go ahead and admit that before I even say this. Sometimes when people get money, that's what I'm saying, it's a people thing. It ain't really about man or woman, it's a people thing. Sometimes when people get money, be they man or woman, they think they got the ability to just run over other people, and you can't let that happen either. You're going to be the alpha male, you cannot allow yourself to be ran over. Not in the pursuit of money, not in the pursuit of nothing. Especially not females. But see, that's my second lesson, or my third lesson right there. And y'all go ahead, drop the comments, let me know, you know, if I didn't explain it good enough, you know, tell me, you know, if you want to know more, I'll come back and I'll elaborate on things. I don't have a problem doing that. But that's that. The three classes of women, you know, three classes of people really: low class, middle class, high class. You don't want to be dealing in that low class. You want to be dealing with the high class or the middle class. You know, that's really what you want to do. Do what they've been doing. They don't deal with low class people. They don't deal with people that can't help them. The stupid ones do. But see, if you say it like that, then shit, we've been stupid for the whole time for dealing with the low class chicks that can't help us. Think about that. I'm finna holler at y'all. Peace.